Hey guys, and welcome back to week 9 of The Pulse. We're super excited. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about today and maybe a couple of sad things, but we're going to lead off with FGCU sports. Nate.
Always FGCU sports. And, throughout the course of the show so far, we have had such good updates on the women's soccer team. However, for this week, we do have a sad update that the FGCU women's soccer team season has come to an end. On October 30th, they lost to Bellarmine in the quarterfinals 3-1. So, unfortunately, the Erica Chippa experience has come to a halt. However,
she still had a great season.
Yeah, we will not forget.
Congratulations.
That
was a great run.
We will
Amazing
not
way to go out on your senior year.
We will not forget the kind of year that these ladies had. They were honestly inspirational for what FGCU women's soccer has coming in the future. It was only a building block to it. And I know that when we talked to Chippa, she was wanting to end this season on the highest note possible with the championship. Unfortunately, we did not get there this year, but that does not rule out it happening in the future. And I fully believe that it will happen in the future.
100%.
We won't be here to witness it, unfortunately. But for those of you that are coming up, for those of you that have a few more years left here at the school, please be there. Please support those girls, because what you saw this year is only the beginning of something that's going to build into something big.
Way bigger.
I can tell you that.
This is like a new standard, a new bar for that program.
100%. Yeah. And Erica Chippa's not done.
No.
Maybe we'll see her go into a league. You never know.
For sure.
If not, she'll be the greatest at psychology.
Right. But there's nothing to be sad about. It's been a great season for them. An unbelievable season. Probably the best season we had so far in the history of FGCU.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think we asked Danielle too, like how is this season going to set up the standard for like your next 3 years? And you never know. Like the bar could go higher. This is just a small step to build that program.
No, yeah. And so shout out to the 9 FGCU seniors that will now be moving on to the next chapter of their lives. Kendall Garjula, Erica Chippa, Lauren Dwyer, Alina Hinkson, Megan Morgan, Nellie Nygren, Emma Badger, Lindsay Sad, and Haley Sluka. You guys will be missed. Your efforts are appreciated. And we salute you, honestly, for all that you've done in your years here at the school, whether or not you transferred in for your senior year, whether you started here as a freshman and you grinded your way till the senior year. Everything you did here, absolutely appreciated. And we are just more than grateful to have seen what you guys accomplished this year. Regardless of how it ended, we know you're better than the result. And,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Absolutely. So sticking with FGCU sports, of course, and moving on to a more positive note, our volleyball team won their last 2 games, one of them being on Halloween, which moved them to 14-8, 8-3 in ASUN play. They beat Queens 3-1, and the girls had one hell of a showing. They had 71 kills in that 3-1 win against Queens. 71.
That's
unreal
impressive.
Number, 71. And as she's been on a heater lately. Julia Chabo, 15 kills, 9 digs. She led the Eagles throughout the whole match. And they keep building up. There's just the pressure gets higher and higher, and so does their play. They are absolutely on a heater. And that continued into their second game, which was on the 2nd just a few days ago. They beat West Georgia 3-2. And yet again, fueled by Julia Chabo with her 12th double-double of the season, 16 kills, and a career-high 17 digs. Career high.
Just putting the numbers. Good
Absolutely.
for her.
Ridiculous.
Barbara Kohler, someone we also are very familiar with, also a double-double in that game. 12 kills, 10 digs. Nice to see her getting back into character, back to who we know she can be. She had a little stint there with injury where she was kind of being worked in and out. Wasn't the Barbara Kohler that we all know and love, but she's back, which is awesome, considering that we are now, I want to say, 1 week away from ASUN tournament play.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the perfect time for the girls to get healthy, to get right, and to go into it on a hot streak, which they are absolutely doing. As now, they are 15-8 overall and 9-3 in ASUN play. Awesome start.
Yeah.
So, it could always, if you're not happy with it, it could always be worse, because guess what? West Georgia's 2-23 and 0-12 in ASUN play. So go Eagles, baby.
It can't get worse than that. But I like that they have this momentum going on with just a few games left. That means that we're going to keep this up when it comes to the ASUN championship. And our next game is going to be against Bellarmine. So please,
be there.
please
The volleyball team's going to avenge the soccer team.
Yes.
Avenge the soccer team.
Put BTA on Bellarmine.
Start playing the Avengers theme when they walk out.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if, to switch things up, they'll have those lights that were on at the men's basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
They were low-key kind of sick.
No.
I heard mixed reactions.
What
on
lights?
those. So
they're on like the stairs walking down into the arena. They're actually really cool.
Yeah.
They had like like a
Nice.
whole new vibe to the arena. It's really cool.
they also, like, when the national anthem was playing, they were like flashing red, white, and blue.
Oh, that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
No, it was really
throughout
cool.
the whole game. They're like green and blue. When they were running out of the tunnel, it like they turn off all the lights,
That's
and then they
great.
had all those lights up. I heard that they were supposed to have a fog machine, but it was broken.
Of course.
But like it was low key kind of it was kind of electric. They set up like a whole like tunnel that led out of the locker room, and then
Nice.
they had like a banner in front of it. They busted right through it and everything.
Hell yeah.
Like
That's
a-
electric,
like a-
dude.
yeah,
But
like a
it's like a high school basketball
Dude,
game.
it was really cool.
But
Yeah.
like I mean, the place got hyped. And,
It was.
And props to the students, man. They showed up.
did.
That place was
Nice.
packed.
Yeah.
I love
That
that.
place was
Yeah.
packed.
And I mean, go ahead.
Something even more electric than the lights and the intro and the student section was honestly the team itself last
They were
night.
on fire.
Yeah.
They started off a little rocky. I mean,
I was a little nervous. I'm
Me
not gonna
too.
lie. Watching the game, I was like, ooh.
started getting text from my dad being like, if you lose to New College, you're
Yeah.
transferring. I can't stand this team anymore. I could coach better than this coach.
Where's
but
New College from? Like what part of Florida?
It's. I looked this up the other day.
I don't know, but
Isn't it north?
Oh, yeah, it's
maybe
north.
It's north.
bunch of bums at that school though, walking around barefoot.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thought
No,
that
but
they
like you said, since freshman year, Alico has upgraded so much.
Yeah,
like, we actually have
absolutely.
such a nice arena.
It's crazy because almost every single year I would be like, why are these so bad? Why is this so bad? Why is this so bad? And now it's like almost every single thing that I always said was pretty bad is now fixed.
Yeah.
Like, it started off with the speakers. The speakers used to be horrible. Now they're amazing. The graphics used to be horrible. Now they're really good.
Shout out Lucas.
Shout out Riley and Jess too. They just started.
Technicians and engineers, you are noticed.
But to talk about the actual team itself, they played fantastic against New College. The beginning was a little rocky. I feel like they were just trying to get their feet on the ground and everything.
They were just
get
warming
their-
up, getting used
exactly.
to it.
I feel like they were being a little bit too flashy at some points.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
you
there
can't-
were some shots being thrown that it was like,
Yeah, you can't
What are
be
you doing?
you can't be throwing an alley oop slam dunk, missing it when the game is tied.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be doing
Early
that.
season jitters.
They
and
got
that's
hyped.
fine.
They were hyped.
I know,
Yeah.
but they started off a little rocky.
So it's just the
But
adrenaline.
honestly, I'd say that the top couple players, stars of the game this week were number 1, Ramir Barno, number 6, Rory Stewart. We talked about this guy before the season even started.
George
Number
Washington?
10, Mr. President himself,
George
Mr. USA,
Washington.
George Washington
The third?
the third.
yep.
Presidential 10
Yes.
points out of him.
It was so funny because people kept like shouting out Prez and stuff. It was so
Yep.
funny.
It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
No,
But I feel like this is probably the main thing that people are going to take from that game last night.
feels like you're leading us down a road to something.
Oh.
It might be leading down a path that has possibly come to an end.
It leaves us
Mr.
at 1 point.
Scoreless. Mr. Road to 1 point.
Not just one.
Not just one.
Not just one.
Not just 2, not just 3, not just 4, not just 5. 006. Mr. Brandon Dwyer.
B. Dwyer,
Yo,
you did it.
Two 3-pointers is insane.
But
It
you
wasn't
did it.
even, he splashed
He was on- yeah.
them. Splashed. I mean, that place went electric.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna
Man.
lie, that play though, that he goes in the corner and then they got the screen and then he got that's a good playbook right there.
As soon as they, so almost the entire game, or towards the end of the game, when we were up by like 30, me and shout out Casey Ash on ENTV YouTube channel, check it out.
Shut up, Casey.
But me and Casey were yelling at the top of our lungs, screaming, "We want Dwyer! We want Dwyer!"
As you should.
Entire student section started following with us. And I want to say it was around 4-minute mark.
That's when
Chambers decided, all right, it's time to go. It's time to get him in. He went in. As he went in, I literally told Casey, I was like, he has 4 minutes to complete this. If he doesn't, he's never doing it. And then I want to say it was 30 seconds later. I'll throw up the clip right here. I've never heard that place more loud.
His face,
oh my God.
Selling,
Well, I mean,
he was like.
Well, you got to think about it. I mean, this is one of those stories. This is what makes college basketball, like, in my opinion, the greatest sport on earth. And I have thought this since I was a child. There's nothing like college basketball.
No.
The guys are playing their hearts out 24/7. And then you get a kid like this, comes on as a walk-on, makes the team through tryouts. He's not on scholarship. He's just grinding, working his ass off every day.
It's a lifelong dream.
Every day for 5 years, he is in the gym practicing. He is at practice, busting his ass, sweating, working out just as much as all the starters. And then you get here 5 years later, and you're like, this is it. The senior year, like, this is it. You graduated last year. Like, this year is your last opportunity.
Your only chance, your only last shot.
And then,
Very well deserved.
final season, he gets in there, first game, bang out.
Twice.
Like another minute later, bang out.
Yeah.
And like, you just got to feel happy for him, right? You see his reaction. He's fist bumping. He's like just so in the moment.
Because imagine how hard he worked for that.
You just got to smile. Like, this kid worked for 5 years
that
for
goes
that
to,
moment.
That goes to prove that hard work does actually pay
You
off.
worked for 5 years for that moment as a walk-on, moment.
And I think the best part to see was like how his teammates and everyone were so happy for him.
Oh,
the
yeah.
student section was going crazy.
Yeah.
His teammates were going crazy.
Dude,
like
I've
he
never-
had so much support.
I've never seen Chambers with more emotion.
No, yeah.
Seriously.
Imagine how
Chambers was celebrating too.
Imagine how Chambers feels, though. I mean, you've watched this kid grow and watched him work so hard for years, and then he gets his opportunity. Doesn't happen in the past. He doesn't play last year at all. He gets 2 minutes, maybe one season, 3 minutes, and then you come in first game, and you're like, oh my God, go get it done. And he does. I mean, that's like watching your son like hit his first home run.
And I feel like
that's
all
literally
of
what that's like.
FGCU feels very like proud of him.
Yes.
Like,
I have major respect for his story, because he took what used to be a meme and turned it into a legitimate, like, inspirational story where it's like he worked his ass off for, like, it's not like he had a few game stretch where he just wasn't shooting well. Like, this kid never played, and then 5 years later, there it is.
He gets
hard
4
work
minutes.
pays off.
Good for him.
He got 4 minutes to complete his destiny, and
he
like,
did.
I mean, he
Yeah.
did
Did
it.
it.
He
And
did
It's
it.
the first game of the season too.
First
so.
game of the season, which is honestly awesome.
And, like,
Good
the
for
best
him.
crowd, the best atmosphere.
Yeah,
everything.
it was the best opportunity for that to happen.
And I've said this before, like, I've seen his videos, I've seen him warming up pregame. Like, he's a good shooter. Like, the kid can shoot. He's just gotten unlucky or didn't get the opportunity. And I mean, I think with him proving I can get in the game, I can get some buckets.
I think we're gonna see him a lot more.
See some more of him. Maybe he gets a few extra minutes now. I mean, the weight's off his shoulders. Now he can go play. He can just play. If they're gonna put him in the game, and coach feels like, you know what, he worked, he did it, he finally got that off his shoulders, I'm gonna put him in the game for a few extra minutes today. Hell yeah.
This is last year too, right?
Hell yeah. I mean, why not?
I mean,
I
Go
think
ball,
we're gonna
dude.
see a lot more of him this season.
I think we should. And I mean, it was a healthy mix of guys in this game. I mean, you're talking about Barno 14, Stewart with 11, presidential 10 points from George Washington III. You had Tristan Guillet with another 10. And I mean, the scoring is not just all falling on one guy's shoulder. You have a healthy mix of guys who can put the ball in the hole. I mean, that is what you want. They're going to need some more of that, because next week they're playing Illinois. Big Ten program, good
Ranked.
history over there. Illinois basketball is good. They have taken teams down in the tournament. They take teams down in the regular season. Illinois is a tough opponent, so the boys are going to have to be ready to go.
But let's see Dunk City.
That's
Let's
gonna
see
be the
them come
first
back.
real test.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
they
yeah.
were there was a couple dunks that they were going for, could not make it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it was literally the first basket.
Yeah.
It was a dunk.
And Dunk City really may be back, with the first dunk being by Isaiah Malone, who, I mean, shocked the entire stadium. First, it was like 2 minutes into the game, and everyone was just going crazy. It was great.
Yeah, you
I
open up the scoring with a slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Honestly, if we're gonna throughout the entirety of the stadium, if we're gonna give anybody the MVP award, I'm giving it to the student section, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
That was
Nice.
That was a good student section.
that was the most packed I've seen it.
Yeah.
They
I
showed up, and that's
shout
what
out
we
to
need
the freshmen.
all year.
Shout
all
out to
year
the
long.
freshmen, man, because I mean, that whole place was just freshmen.
Yeah.
No, and everyone was
It was
great.
awesome.
Me and Duffy did a couple of interviews before the game started. Everyone was so excited giving their input. It was great.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of sports culture that we need.
Yeah.
And I've long thought that the sports culture needed a little bit of improvement at FGCU. And we've seen it this year. The sports teams are getting better.
It's getting
People
better.
are getting more excited about the sports. We were talking about with Raina when we interviewed her. People
Yeah.
are genuinely feeling the culture around here. They're
The
talking
school-
about bringing tailgating back,
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff they want to do. Please do it. And students, keep going to the games.
Long term,
Yeah.
our sports program is looking very good.
Just
Yeah.
keep going to the games. Like we talked about before, you're not too cool to stand. You're not too cool to cheer.
No, it's
You
fun.
guys showed that
seemed
last
like
so
they were
much
too
fun.
cool
Yeah.
last
That's what I'm
night.
saying.
And,
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially with that's usually the freshman thing. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit on my
Right.
phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text my girlfriend. Guess what?
But
Cheer.
like that's how you make your
Like-
friends in college.
No,
So.
for
yeah.
real. Go have fun.
I'm throwing out 2 shout outs for the student section. There was one group of people that painted themselves.
I seen that.
We'll put it.
FGCU.
I have a picture of them. We'll put it.
We'll throw it
Yeah.
right here.
Mhm.
And then my second shout out from the student section has got to be when we were doing interviews, we were going around, saw this one kid. He was pretty electric. So I was like, he was yelling before the game even started.
Oh,
There
I
was
know
nobody
what
in
you're
the student
talking about.
section. Wearing a green shirt. You know who you are. He kid was electric. And I walk up to him, and after we like interview him, we ask him a question. He goes, "I don't even go to school here. I'm in high school." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
And
so don't get showed out by a
Yeah.
high
Good for
schooler.
him.
And then that kid had to have had a like core memory because
that's great.
I was looking on TikTok this morning and saw ESPN posted about Dwyer, and that kid was the video.
Really?
Yep.
That's
he was
sick.
the one. He was the video that they used for the ESPN post. So shout out to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And overall, I mean, just with the basketball team, great start. You know, you get a tune-up game like that, you get
Yeah.
going. It's a good time to get comfortable, get rhythm, gel a little
Yeah.
bit more. And then, like we talked about, now we're going to Illinois
Illinois.
and we're going to be
Illinois
their
at home.
tune-up game. Let's screw that. Screw it. Go in there, make some noise. And I mean, if they're going to play solid basketball, there's a chance. It's college basketball. This is what
You
makes it
never
great.
know.
You never know in
Yeah.
college
Any
basketball.
given day, man.
The
Oh, yeah.
amount of upsets that we always seen in March Madness year after
Oh my
year is
God,
insane.
And speaking of something like that, to transition over to some other college ball, last night, I hope you guys watched, Auburn, number 20 Auburn, played Bethune-Cookman. And I'm sure not a lot of you know who that is. Bethune-Cookman took Auburn to overtime last night. First game of the season, Bethune-Cookman, this unranked small school that no one really knows about, takes number 20 Auburn to overtime. And I think that
insane.
is just beautiful.
That's a great story.
That's
Cinderella
what-
story, right?
That's what makes college basketball so great. And I mean, there's another story inside of that.
Bethune-Cookman.
Arterio Morris, point guard for Bethune-Cookman. This kid transferred from Texas a few years ago over to Kansas. Shout out. He gets accused of some stuff, you know, no college wants to look at him. And this kid's a 5-star point guard, McDonald's All-American, like incredible player. But since he got accused, no one really wants to touch him. And then, you know, a year later, about last year, finally gets his charges dropped. He gets proved innocent. Kid comes back to college basketball. Bethune-Cookman picks him up. He played the most minutes of anyone else in that game. 20 points, 10 rebounds. Like, what a story that is for college basketball.
That's a major comeback
and just
story.
sports in general. That is what makes sports so awesome, specifically college basketball.
I love that.
We're gonna be talking about this a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Over the span of this season, I feel like this season is gonna be amazing, not
Yeah.
just for our school, but for the sport in general.
Yeah,
Right.
and for like those of you that watch the NFL, you watch baseball, or you watch just FGCU sports, I strongly urge you, please watch college basketball. You will fall in love with the sport. I promise you. I mean, these are kids that are our age, and they're just out there trying to make it to the NBA. They're playing their hardest. They have no reason to not play hard. They don't have the money yet. Even if they have NIL, they're not set for life.
Right.
These kids are trying to get to that point, to where they are set, and they're playing their asses off. And that's where March Madness comes in. And you have the Cinderella stories. You have the upsets. Like, there is nothing better than college basketball.
Right.
I will tell you right now.
For sure.
And I mean, another great game. And this isn't a small school versus a big school. This is a big time matchup. 13 Arizona took on number 3 Florida last night. Game went 93-87.
Champs.
Arizona went away with the W. And freshman Koa Pete, star freshman, 30 points in his very
Wow.
first game as an Arizona Wildcat. He went out there and put on a show.
Took down the champs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Bryce James, the son of LeBron James, did not play a single minute.
Wow.
And it's kind of expected. But yeah,
Was he on the bench?
Yeah. Koa Pete, I mean, went out there, balled out as a freshman, and we are literally looking at the era of freshmen in college basketball right now. I mean, Duke will play tonight And, I mean, Duke has the Boozer twins. I mean, that's an unreal duo right there. And then yesterday again, I mean, Kansas took on a small school. But Darren Peterson for KU, he had 21 points in 21 minutes.
He's balling.
That's
21 points in
is
21
crazy.
minutes. And he barely played in the second half because he was cramping again. I mean, he keeps having these cramp issues, which is weird. But
You
I
gotta
mean,
drink that Pedialyte.
yeah, freshman, 21 points in 21 minutes. I mean, AJ DeBonce's debut, for their exhibition game, 30 points. And then he plays again last night for BYU. DeBonce had 21. I mean, the freshmen are literally taking over the scene of college basketball.
I love that.
And
Good.
so tonight, I hope that you guys won't see this tonight, but tonight I'm hoping that some of you will tune into the Duke and Texas game because that is just, I mean, that's such a great matchup to start the year. And it almost doesn't get better than Duke when you talk about college basketball, unless you're talking about Kansas basketball.
Right. Who has a better program, Duke or Gonzaga?
Duke. It's
You
not
think
even
so?
close. Are you
Historically?
kidding me?
Historically?
Yes.
We'll cut that out.
Coach K won more titles in like a decade
Oh, that's true.
than Gonzaga ever has. I don't think Gonzaga has a national champion. They have one. I think they have one. Pretty sure Gonzaga has one national championship.
They do?
No, they don't have one.
No way.
They've never won the championship. And you're asking if they're a better program than Duke? Come on now. Come on now. Gonzaga's never won. They've been runner-up twice, 17 and 21.
Damn.
To keep it on the topic of freshman phenoms, St. John's fans last night were chanting "We want Fotis" during the game, almost like the "We want Dwyer" chants,
Right.
but we came first. But I mean, Rick Pitino, almost like 2 minutes after they started the chants, he threw him in the game, goes in, splash, 3, goes back again, splash, 3.
Wow.
Almost same thing as us, but that kid's only a freshman. He doesn't need a road to 1 point. He already got it in his first game. So we'll see where his career goes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it's something like I've never really seen before, where you have, it's not just 3 or 4 phenom freshmen in the country. There is an entire class of like 15 of them that are just unreal. I mean, this class of freshmen is like up there with like one of the best classes ever. I mean, you have guys that could literally go in and have Kevin Durant performances, Carmelo Anthony performances like they did in college. And so, I mean, it's such an exciting time for college ball.
I can't wait for
And to kind of end you on this for college basketball, many things have happened. Many players have been great. LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time. Brandon Dwyer has more points than LeBron in college. Big storyline today would happen to be the NFL trade deadline. Today there was some record-setting amounts of trades, and most importantly, the Jets cleared house. Finally, they got rid of Sauce Gardner. They sent him to Indianapolis to play with the Colts. They got
That's very exciting.
2 first-rounders in return for him, and then they sent Quinnen Williams over to the Cowboys. And, I mean, the Jets finally were clearing house a little bit. But for some reason, they just would not give up Breece Hall to literally anybody. They wanted to,
Or Garrett.
or
too.
Garrett Wilson. I mean, the Jets have Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson in a basement, bag over the head, hands tied behind their back, dark basement, no food, no water. You're staying here. That's how they have them right now. And I honestly feel bad for the guys because their career is just going to be ruined over there. Specifically Breece Hall, who already kind of took a little dip.
When did their contracts expire?
That's what I was just gonna ask.
To be honest, if I'm Breece Hall,
I'm getting a lawyer and I'm getting out of here.
I'm getting the frick
Right.
out of New York.
Especially after making a comment online saying that, hey, I want to leave New York. I do not want to be here. Like, how is the relationship gonna like be like in the next upcoming weeks? You know?
I mean, he could go 2 ways. He can go all right, it is what it is. I'm still one of the best running backs in the league. I'm going to play out, and we'll see what happens next year. Or he'll be a drama queen and sit on the bench. But I don't think that.
Pull a Le'Veon Bell.
I don't think that'll
But
happen.
can they do that? Like, if they breach their contract?
You get fined.
You get fined every week for it. Like
Every week?
Yeah,
and
Le'Veon
every
Bell
practice you don't show up to, you get fined for that.
Le'Veon Bell did it.
Oh, okay.
The Jets did, however, acquire A.D. Mitchell in that trade with the Colts, and then they also got from the Cowboys D lineman Mozzie Smith. So now they bring in, early round guys, guys that are going to have an impact more so on the future than right now. And so with them having 5 first-round picks within the next 2 drafts, and then you have these 2 young guys that can make an impact. Now, A.D. Mitchell has been I would say, less than impressive.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis, he was supposed to be really good, and he hasn't quite turned out. But some guys need a change of scenery. So we'll see. Mozzie Smith, however, big impact guy early on.
Yeah.
So the Jets are really kind of set up long term, especially 2026, 2027. They're really, it's going to look good over there. And the Dolphins finally let go of Jalen Phillips, sent him over to the Eagles. I think that Howie Roseman is really just biding his time until the fans of Philadelphia rip his head off, which will be coming in a few years, because people always ask, how are they possibly getting all these guys? How do they have the cap for this? Basically, what the Eagles do is Howie Roseman goes in and he just takes in dead money. He pushes it all back. And so he's basically prolonging the inevitable of them having no money and being in cap hell like the Saints are right now. What you see with New Orleans is what Philly's going to look like in a few years. And that's because Howie Roseman is going with a win-now mindset instead of prolonging a dynasty.
Right.
And the Patriots prolonged the dynasty. The Chiefs are trying to do it right now. And so with what the Eagles are doing is they're buying in, all in right now, bringing in everybody they can possibly get, bringing in the Avengers. But they don't have the money to keep it going. And so a few years down the line, all this dead money, all this cap hit is going to come onto Howie Roseman's desk, and he's going to have nothing to do with it, and they're going to be calling for his head because they're going to have nobody, and that's just how it is.
But hey, shout out to them. They strengthened up their defense. They not just got Phillips, but they got Gerald Alexander from the Ravens. They got another cornerback too.
They picked up
John Mechie from the Jets.
Didn't they pick up Jair Alexander?
Yeah,
but he's washed.
But still,
Who knows?
like,
Who knows? Could be a
But
change of scenery.
He's not good.
I do think it's good that they're doing this now for long term because it's still early in the season.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, if
Yeah.
you're going to – the trade deadline's always wild, always. So
Right.
I feel like, honestly, this year it was kind of I can't believe that it was record-setting when I saw that it was one of the more records. I think it's tied for third for most trades. I think it goes back to, like, 1990. Most trades on the trade deadline day. But
This year?
honestly, it didn't seem. Yeah, this year it was, but it didn't seem like that. Like,
it
there
was-
wasn't many. Like, I mean,
it's the blockbuster trade
it was
aspect.
blockbuster for the Jets.
Right.
But honestly, if you look at all the other trades from today, it was Rashid Shaheed from the Saints goes to the Seahawks. It was Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, former Buck, who is now in Cleveland, is going from one shite team to another shite team in Chicago. And honestly, then you had the Dolphins-Eagles trade. There wasn't really many others.
Yeah, the sauce trade was probably the biggest trade.
Yeah, and
oh,
the
for
Quentin
sure,
Williams.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. I didn't see
that-
that coming whatsoever.
Me
I
neither.
thought it was amazing because I was in between classes when that was happening.
Right.
And whenever I'm in between classes and I have enough time, I'll throw Pat McAfee on and listen to my headphones. That man started freaking out.
Yeah?
He started going nuts. He
Nice.
so they were in the middle of an interview with Cam Little, and they
Shout out
cut-
Cam Little, by the way.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
carrying
What was it?
Jacksonville.
68-yard field
That's-
goal.
Yeah.
He had a 70 in the preseason.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
gonna
was-
happen. He's probably on it.
He,
I mean, he
he
hit
made
the-
everybody forget about JT.
Well, that kick that he made, the 68-yarder, that kick would have been good from 75.
Yeah.
It was
Honestly,
like actually, it was ridiculous.
We could talk about that right now. Like, I mean, I know we talked about it last week. How is what was it? 40 the new?
Oh, it's
50
30 to new
Yes,
50?
yeah.
Honestly, we could talk about how is 70 gonna be the new like 50
Yeah.
for the NFL kickers.
I mean, it might be.
Because, I mean, so far you have Chase McLaughlin. He hit it from 58. That's the third longest. That was a couple weeks ago. Now you have Cam Little, who hit a 70-yard in the preseason, and now he has the record for 68 in the regular season. You're having these kickers almost every single week, like, hitting long-ass field goals, and it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I can see it, give it maybe 2 or 3 more years. You're going to have these kickers hitting from 70 consistently.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Cam Little, or who knows, maybe Cam Little is just an absolute, like, freak and has a freak of a leg.
It's been a good
But-
season for the kickers. Like
Yeah,
Aubrey,
I think so,
yeah,
too.
Aubrey too.
Aubrey's
Aubrey.
been
It was
hitting.
what week 2. He also had a. I think it was the second longest field goal.
Well,
in
No,
NFL.
JT had the second longest.
Well, now it's the second longest, but
Right.
he at the time he had the second longest.
Yeah, and speaking of Aubrey, something I've seen about the Cam Little kick that was hilarious is after Cam Little hit the kick, I seen a tweet that was like, Brandon Aubrey, you have 24 hours to respond. Last night, Brandon Aubrey gets up there to attempt a 69-yard field goal, literally 24 hours from when that tweet goes out. He missed, but I just like that's so funny how that works out.
Was it close or like
I think it was like sailed. I had the distance, but it sailed like right.
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking of a team that field goals hurt them in this game. This was on Sunday. The field goals ended up hurting the Chiefs in the game against the Bills. Now,
which I'm okay with.
Now, and I am too. And you're gonna be surprised here, but the Chiefs had a problem with drive stalling. You have multiple goal line opportunities where they didn't put it in the end zone, and you're settling for field goals, and that's not going to work against a team that is firing on all cylinders, which is quite frankly what happened. And people might think, oh, should I be freaking out? The Chiefs are 5-4. They lost to the Bills. Is this the Bills' year? Guys, this happens every year.
I was going to say,
for the past 4 seasons, the Bills have beat the Chiefs in the regular season. Then the Chiefs turn around and beat them in the playoffs.
What are they, 8-1 in the regular season, and then they haven't beat them in the playoffs?
The Bills are now 5-1 against the Chiefs in the regular season, and the Chiefs are 4-0 against them in the playoffs. Yeah. Now this could turn to 5-0. The Bills could turn around and just beat us in the playoffs again if we see each other in there. But the thing that there's no reason, especially if you're a Chiefs fan, and like to freak out. Now, if you're a Chiefs hater, you should really lose the confidence that you have after that game. And I will tell you why. Because like people might think, oh, like do you feel better or worse about the Chiefs after that loss? Realistically, and I'm not joking with you guys, I feel better after that game. I am more confident in the Chiefs after that game. Here's why. The Chiefs, statistically, Patrick Mahomes just had one of his worst games of his career. He was also pressured on 52.6% of his dropbacks. Now, to put that in perspective, the Eagles Super Bowl, he was pressured on 52% of his dropbacks, and we all remember he was running for his life that whole game. The Bucs Super Bowl, he was pressured on 53% of all his dropbacks. These are record numbers for a quarterback being pressured. No quarterback in the history of football has ever been pressured that much, and it's now happened to him 3 times, and they've played bad because of it. What we have learned is if you can keep Patrick upright, if you can give him a few seconds, you will win. He had one of the worst games of his career, 15 of 34, 250, an interception late in the game, chucked it down there. Maxwell Harrison picked it off. Whatever. Here is why I am confident, even more so after that loss. The Chiefs played about as badly as they could have, and the Bills played their absolute best game. You're not going to see Buffalo play better than that. They are not better than what they just showed last night.
No, Josh Allen went off.
That was their S game, and the Chiefs lost by 7 and had an opportunity to win it twice at the end. We didn't convert. They lost. It's just a bad game overall. But the Chiefs literally showed you how bad they can look, and the Bills showed you how good they can look, and it was a one-possession game. So if you're going to sit here and tell me I should be worried after that, if this is the competition for the playoffs, why am I worried at all? And then another thing that's funny about it, if this game was week 13 and the Chiefs are 9-3 going to this game, right, instead of 5-3, and we lose, who's freaking out? The Chiefs are now 9-4. Who cares? But it's the fact that they were 5-3. They just got their record better after stringing a few wins together, and now they lose. They're 5-4. Everyone's freaking out. Guess what? They did this a few years ago. 2021, 6-4. They go to the Super Bowl, or they go to the AFC Championship game. 2019, they're I think 6-5, whatever, 7-6, whatever it might be. They win the Super Bowl. There's no reason for a Chiefs fan or anybody that likes the Chiefs to freak out because you just basically saw the best that you're going to see out of Buffalo.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What week, if you continue to play the way that they play, what week do you start being like, all right, it's down
When do you
here?
get worried?
Because I'm not even going to hate on the Chiefs. It's at the point of where it's like, if they keep, because like, I mean, for the last couple of weeks, we've been saying, if they keep playing like this, if they keep playing like this, and they continue to keep playing like this.
The past couple of weeks, they played awesome.
I know, but like, they still, like, in their games that they lose, they don't look that great.
Yeah,
it's a
but
tough
the problem
loss.
is that over the last few years, we haven't seen them play at this kind of level. They're third in their division right now, behind the Broncos at 7-2 and the Chargers.
And you guys got to play the Broncos twice.
I'm not worried about the Broncos whatsoever.
But the problem is say that they do continue to play how they're playing and they stay at 3. What week do you start to be like, all right, there's a chance that we don't even make playoffs.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll be worried if we end up having a losing record. If we drop to 5-6, let's say in the next few weeks, we're 5-6, I'll be worried. As long as the Chiefs are making their way through the regular season, like I've said many times on this show, you get to the playoffs, nothing else matters. It's a brand new season.
Yeah.
And they've showed it year after year where everyone's, the Chiefs' offense is broken. They're not the same Chiefs. They're washed. Whatever. They get to the playoffs, what happens? They smoke everybody up until the Super Bowl, and they either win it or they lose in the Super Bowl. But they're there.
If they make the playoffs, do you think they go all the way?
I mean,
what team do you think is going to cause them?
This is what I'm
Buffalo.
talking. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't think it's Buffalo.
Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When you talk about the playoffs, what team in the AFC is going to play them better than the Bills just did? Who?
Literally, possibly the only one, but we can't even really talk about it because of how they played this week is the Colts. But that's honestly because they just added on Sauce Gardner.
Not worried about it.
I mean,
Sauce Gardner is a PI machine.
Yeah, but they added Sauce Gardner onto an already loaded defense.
I'm not worried about their defense. They still haven't played any offense that's high-powered. My point being with this game is this is an every-year occurrence. Andy Reid, if you really think the Chiefs care about this game against Buffalo in the regular season every year, you are so wrong. You could not be more wrong. The Chiefs do this every season where they are going into the game with the most basic playbook of all time. And the Bills come in there, all guns blazing. They're like pulling out all their stops, every trick they have. And that's why they beat us in the regular season, because we sleepwalk through this game, because why would we ever show them what we actually can do? Because you can't game plan against a game plan that's not complete. And so Andy Reid does this every single year, and it pisses me off every year, but I know it's coming, where Andy doesn't use the whole playbook. We don't play well, we lose. Everyone's, what's wrong with the Chiefs? They just lost to the Bills again. Come playoff time, it's no problem. And, I mean, the Chiefs, people probably don't even know this. The Chiefs were down 3 linemen last night. Jalen Moore still in place for Josh Simmons right now. Our right tackle got hurt. Trey Smith was hurt coming into this game. You really have Creed Humphrey and Kingsley Suamataia, who last year couldn't even get playing time, and he got hurt in this game. So our O-line was banged up. Patrick had no time, and we lost by 7. So I will not freak out about this game.
Right.
Like, overall, end of it all, the Bills played their absolute best. The Chiefs played horribly, and they lost by 7. I'm not concerned.
They also sold my parlay.
Yeah, I'm not concerned.
Shout out, Josh Allen had an incredible game, though. 2 rushing touchdowns, a touchdown.
couldn't
James
have thrown
Cook had
one
over
more.
100 rushing yards. Kincaid had over 100 receiving yards. So, I mean, like you said, the Bills had an amazing game. It was a fun game to watch. I'm very excited to see what Buffalo's going to do for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I'm very mad.
I mean, they're just going to finish in second place behind New England.
I'm very mad at the Chiefs and Daniel Jones. They both sold my parlay.
Well,
it was the first time I have ever bet on Daniel Jones, and it was the first time I have ever bet on Patrick Mahomes, and they were easy bets, and they both lost. And I am never betting again.
And funny enough, speaking of Daniel Jones, last week I said, look out for Daniel Jones to go into pumpkin mode. What did he do this week, Duffy? What did he do?
He threw for 342, though.
And how many interceptions, Joaquin? How many? 3 of them. Pumpkin mode. You lost to old man Rodgers, Perk Rodgers, who barely threw over 200 yards. The running backs, no running back had over 31 yards, and no receiver had over 56. And you lost that game. Pumpkin mode, Daniel Jones. Everyone's MVP.
Hey.
No.
Shout out the Steelers defense, though. They stepped up.
Yes, and this is what happens when the Colts play a competent defense. They have not yet up to this point.
Right.
Over the next couple
And
They
Daniel
did
Jones
not
threw
allow.
3
They did not
interceptions.
allow JT to perform. They had sacked. Who was this?
I could see the rest of their season possibly either going straight into the dirt or they
Joey
prove
Porter
themselves
Jr.
as a team that should be at the number 1 spot in the AFC. I mean, next week they play the Falcons. That could go possibly either way.
Never
Who
know.
knows? Then they play the Chiefs on my
Loss.
on my 21st birthday.
You think the Colts are gonna lose to the Chiefs?
Yeah, they're going to lose.
I can see it. I think that
I could see it going either way.
see it being a shootout. If I honestly think that might be game of the week for that week. I could
Really?
see
Yeah.
that. It's going to be between that and then the Bucks Rams.
Well,
if
yeah.
the Bucks lose, I will be on this show for Thanksgiving week crashing out.
Well, and that's the thing, though, about this Colts team is people were so high on Daniel Jones. Now, what do you tell a guy after he had a great start to the season and then he plays a very good defense, first test, and you throw 3 picks? What do you tell him now? How do you get his head right after that?
I don't even know. To be honest,
Especially
I feel
for
like
a guy that has his history of being the biggest meme in the league.
Yeah, I can
Like-
see. Oh wow! Oh, they're playing in a a different country. They're
Yeah.
playing in England, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they play in England that week. So that honestly is complete. I was about to say maybe that's a bounce back. I can see
Well,
that being a very
yeah.
good bounce back game, but that's so up in the air.
Well, and it's even
so many factors.
It's even more interesting is because that's a Colts home game technically. So
Yep.
now
Mhm.
they have more road games left than home
Yeah.
games, and you're going to send Daniel Jones on the road
and
more times than not.
They're going into Arrowhead. They're going into Jacksonville. They're
Mhm.
going into Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Going into Houston,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
They could easily lose 3 of those 4 games.
so
They'll
they-
beat Houston.
Yeah, so they play. I think that they'll split with Houston, maybe even sweep. I feel like they'll definitely split with Jacksonville, and then
They'll lose to Seattle.
lose to Seattle, and they'll lose to the Niners. The Chiefs game. Let's see how the Chiefs going on bye.
It's bye week this week.
Okay,
Big W.
Then we'll see. We'll see how the Colts play against the Falcons. If they do a bounce back game, I can see the Chiefs game being. Oh wait, no, they're coming off bye. Never mind.
Andy doesn't
Again,
lose off buys.
Yeah, never mind.
Speaking of teams losing after their bye weeks, the Lions lost at Ford Field to the Minnesota Vikings, which was such a crazy game because watching J.J. McCarthy didn't play last year.
He's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
He is. He got hurt in, I think it was the preseason, didn't even play last year, has only started 2 times on the Minnesota Vikings this year so far. Starts in Michigan. He left Michigan. He was the 6th pick in 2024 last year to go on to the Minnesota Vikings. Starts the game at Ford Field, and it was like, I think, and the Lions were favored to win that game, and I think that seeing JJ play the way he did, I'm not even going to lie, he played a really good game.
Well, how stunned were you with this game, though?
I was very shocked.
You very, very shocked?
Yeah.
And to your point, JJ, for who he is as a quarterback, he played decent. He's 14 and 25. JJ's not a he's not
coming
a
off an
throwing
injury
guy.
though.
He's not a gunslinger.
And
though.
he just came off of an ankle injury.
Well,
now.
yeah.
But and everyone in Michigan, we all know JJ as the quarterback for the Michigan Wolverines. Obviously, they won the national championship.
They cheated.
Okay, wow.
They got caught. They cheated.
Wow.
They
Don't
got
say
caught.
that.
They did.
I mean,
they got
did.
caught.
Yeah.
They did get caught.
What?
It
They
took
got
cheating
caught.
for Michigan to win the championship.
Oh my. Okay. Anywho's, seeing
Some Patriots
JJ,
level shit.
seeing him playing in Michigan again, I feel like everyone was there for the Lions, yes, but I think people also wanted to see JJ play again in their home state, not his home state, but
Little hometown hero, actually.
Yeah.
They played at Ford Field.
yes, they did.
I thought you.
Okay.
averaged
Yep.
5.
Hey,
plus
we
points
lost.
at
We
home.
only lost by 3. We lost.
hilarious.
Not gonna lie. Like we could have played a lot better. And JJ, and he had his own touchdown.
You did.
He ran for like 9 yards or something right in. So
The funny part about this is you look at the stat sheet, and the stat sheet, if I tell you that Jared Goff threw for 285 yards, 2 touchdowns.
he didn't have a good
Amon-Ra
game.
went for 97. Sam Laporta went for 97 and a touchdown. Jameson Williams had 66 and a touchdown, and Montgomery had a touchdown.
And they lost.
Would you think that
No,
the
I
Lions just
think that
won?
yeah.
A great.
But
It was a
good game.
They played well
The
enough
Lions
offensively
played
to
well.
win. Their
Yeah.
defense, however, keeps being their crutch, where it's just like
because we have guys who are
Yeah.
injured, all this stuff. We're
Yeah.
playing our second line or whatever. But I will say Sam Laporta had a very good game.
Oh yeah, Laporta's unreal.
He
Yeah.
had a really great game. Why
He's
not?
so good.
Dude, picked him
very
up
good.
in late rounds in my fantasy league.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fell? Dude,
Yeah.
Laporta is a great get.
He is a great player.
Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles didn't really they didn't do
No.
much. And I think that's your equalizer there.
Yeah.
Is Sonic and Knuckles, when they're running up and down the field, the Lions control the game.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you allowed the guy who had the easiest job in college football to beat you. J.J. McCarthy's entire job in college football was this right
Was
here.
to pass it. Yeah.
Hand it off. Just hand it off. And now here he's in the NFL beating the best offense in
Playing,
football.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Football's weird.
Honestly, it is weird. Like, to lead into our next part, like, I mean,
The weirdest
there
game.
is not a great team.
I feel like the
There-
NFL is in
there
a very
not.
weird situation right now.
If you put it, like, if you held me at gunpoint, dude, I'm not
And said
gonna
pick
be,
a team.
I'm not gonna know. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
What
as
about
of right-
Seattle or New England?
They're there.
I'm not sold.
Both teams are possibly in contention. But to be honest, if you had to choose a team right now, I'm choosing the Colts solely because of their record.
Yeah.
Well-
Them or the Broncos.
Well, what's funny is I think this year, if it's not if the Super Bowl winner is not either the Chiefs or the Eagles, let's just say, right? I think this year is going to be one of those years where it's random. It's so
going to be like
random.
the Rams.
Like, it literally could be like the Seahawks. Just
Or
randomly sneak
Lions.
one out.
Honestly, I'm not even joking. Week after week, I'm not saying this because of bias.
No, you're fine.
Like you can talk about it with any team. There's a chance that the Lions make it to the Super Bowl for the first time.
First time
There's
ever.
a chance that the Bucks make it to the Super Bowl.
If the Bucks are going to win, like, this would be the year where it could happen.
Because if you genuinely think about it, if the Bucks are still first in their division and say that they're in a good spot in the playoffs, say they get number 1 seed somehow,
right?
Mike Evans comes back. So then you have Mike Evans,
really love
Chris
that
Godwin.
You're holding out hope for that. Like,
I
I
want
really
him
love
back
that you're
so
holding out
bad.
so much
I
hope for
cannot
him.
have.
I hope he comes back too.
I cannot have the last time that I watch Mike Evans play football for the Tampa Bay Bucks, play football in general.
Yeah.
Be him going down on the field.
Right.
I can't let that happen.
No, I love that you have so much hope for that.
But, like, I mean, no, but realistically, if they make the playoffs and they say they win the first game or they get the bye the first week, and going into the second game, he'll probably be questionable. And then going into the third game, he'll most likely play if they make it to it. So, I mean, that would honestly be kind of electric.
Yeah.
You get the first, say he comes back for the NFC Championship fully healthy. That's the first ever time that Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Egbuka play on the field at the same
Together.
time.
I'd love to see that.
That would be great.
And I will say, I think we are, to your point, we're seeing parity in the NFL right now. There is not a team that's just head and shoulders above everyone else, and I
Exactly.
love that.
No,
Football's more
I think
competitive.
it's
more
kind of fun.
exciting.
It's awesome.
You get that.
It makes it more fun.
Yeah,
you
because-
get more
because-
adrenaline when you're watching the game.
There's more,
Who's
like,
gonna
mystery.
win?
It's more
Because
mystery
honestly,
now.
the whole reason that everybody hates the Chiefs is because they win all the time.
And now
we'll
they're
talk
not.
about it.
No.
We'll talk about it right after this. The whole reason everybody hates the Dodgers is because they win all the time. Like,
For
I
real.
mean,
you get you've seen it with the Patriots for 2 decades.
Everybody hated the Patriots and Tom Brady,
But at least it
because
wasn't
he won
the
all the
Yankees.
time.
But you know what's so funny is people love the Patriots now because of Drake May.
I
Because they're
know.
good again. Yeah, my MVP, Drake May. Wait, what is it? Drake May.
Right.
You seen
Drake,
Drake?
no,
May-
it was Drake maybe him.
Drake
Is that what
maybe
it is?
Well,
him.
no, like people have been
I
like
said Drake
people
maybe
on
him.
social media have been like doing Drake and then in quotes as his nickname Drake May.
No.
Like Drake May.
The Drake May walked into the Boston Celtics game and
Yeah.
completely teared down the
Dude,
whole arena.
well,
dude.
yeah, he's in Boston.
Right?
You seen that kid with
Boston.
the t-shirt?
I
I love Drake May.
May.
yeah,
Dude, Drake May's pretty lit right now.
Shout out Brady. I gotta buy you one of those.
And
but
Drake May, please do not get distracted by any woman doing.
Please
costumes
do. I
of
don't want to
you.
see the Patriots good again. Get distracted. Oh my God. Please find a smoke show of a
Yo.
life.
Sadie
Drake
McKenna's not that, okay? She's not that, all right?
He's with Sadie McKenna.
Yes.
I don't know who
I
that
did not
is.
know that.
Yo.
She's beautiful.
So, Duff, you're talking about being scared of, maybe not seeing Mike Evans play anymore. And here we got a guy that definitely no one expected to be playing anymore.
yeah,
Joe Shiesty Flacco. All right, he's
Yeah,
the real
he's
Joe
the
real Joe
Shiesty.
Shiesty
He went
right
out
now.
there and lost
Cool.
after throwing 470 yards and 4
40-year-old
touchdowns.
Flacco used to almost do
Dude,
for 500,
this is a guy whose kids don't even wear his own jersey. I'm not kidding you. A month ago, the Browns had a game that day, and there's a photo of his kids in the living room wearing Amon-Ra St. Brown jerseys while the Browns were playing. They're not even wearing their own dad's jerseys. And this guy's out here throwing 500s.
How
And,
messed up is
dude,
that?
like that's
That's
crazy.
really funny.
T. Higgins, 122 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 111. Chase Brown, 70. I mean, like
Everybody was
getting
eating,
rocked.
bro.
Beautiful.
Everybody was
Everybody was
eating.
getting rocked.
But then take a look at the defense.
You take a look at the defense, and that's where the Bears came in. Caleb Williams, 280, 3 touchdowns. Bears running back went for 176. I mean, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, one by DJ Moore and one by Britton Brown. Colston Loveland, though, the hero of the game.
MVP.
2 touchdowns, 118 through the air, and the game winner, where he was surrounded by Bengals defenders, breaks out of it, takes off for the end zone,
You can't
and
miss
that's
that
the game
tackle.
winner
What
right
was
there.
That
it?
can't
There was
miss that
seven-
tackle.
17 seconds.
They had
left?
17
What
seconds.
was
So it was the
It was the
Bears
strong safety
scored-
that missed that
the Bears
tackle.
scored with a
Can't
minute
miss
left
those.
in the game.
Right.
Then the Bengals scored with like maybe like I'll say like 23 seconds.
Okay.
And then the Bears scored with 17 seconds.
On the
That's
clock
crazy.
in the last play.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, that is
That
nuts.
was nuts.
That's
And the game started with
crazy.
a what's it called?
Kick return.
A kick return too.
Yeah.
So it was an electric game to watch. But what is it about? So imagine throwing for 470, having all your receivers eating, having such a great game, and still lose against Caleb Williams and the Bears.
The offense is pissed.
Bears.
Did you see the what is it called? The post game interviews were low key kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They what is it
They
called?
get
They
mad.
were not holding back this time. This time they were like, you can't really do much when your defense does that bad.
I mean, what else are you gonna say though?
Exactly, because I mean, now it's kind of like, how are they gonna? Because you were saying earlier how the Chiefs kind of figured this out. How do you rebuild your team, but only on defense, while keeping all your pieces on offense happy when you're losing games, even though you're putting up like 40 points?
Are they on their bye week this week? Or
I don't know.
Hey Duffy, can I tell you something real quick?
What?
Not by the stat sheet, but by the air yards. That was a 67-yard touchdown to Colston Loveland to
I was
win the
gonna
game.
say, guys, we haven't had a
By
joke
air
yet
yards.
in this episode.
By air yards. Now it's not going to show up on the
No,
stat
we had
sheet.
one. We had one.
Did we?
We said 2026 into 2027.
Yeah.
And I went.
Caleb
Oh,
Williams
I didn't
threw the
see
ball
that.
from his own 37-yard line. Colston Loveland took it to the crib.
Yeah.
So
Bengals next game.
I'm sorry,
is
from
November
his own
15th,
30
So they
So they're
are
on
on
their
bye.
I'm
bye
sorry,
week.
from his own 33. My bad. 67 yards right there.
67.
Can we talk about how there's a whole like commercial?
Yeah,
Oh
what is
my
going
God! No,
on?
we're talking about
What
this
is
Can
going
we-
on?
now.
What is
like-
going on?
Okay.
What is
All right.
happening?
How did they
Yo,
get that big, bro?
NFL, that means you watch this show. We are probably the only sports show on planet Earth that makes a 6-7 joke every single
More
We.
than one, and more than
We.
one.
week.
We.
I'll take out the we. Me.
I egg
mean,
them on.
Mr. 6'7" himself. Dude, we need to get Taylon Kinney on the show. He's the 6'7" guy. He's the high school. He's the basketball player. That's
Oh
him.
my
He's
God.
going to KU, by the way. So we can keep him going.
Oh yeah.
No,
But
it is so crazy. Go ahead.
No,
Go
so
ahead.
I was literally sitting in my recliner. I was relaxing, doing a little bit of homework. I mean, all I hear is like the song come on,
Yeah.
and you just hear 6-7, and I look up, and it's an NFL commercial.
Yeah.
And I went, what?
When you
and
said
I
that-
immediately rewinded the TV.
When you
Dude.
said that, I was like, "Is this real?"
Dude. I
so
seen it and I
weird.
thought I was dreaming. I thought I was tripping. Like it's just like some random commercial,
No,
whatever.
same.
And then
I
I
saw-
seen the NFL
Yes.
logo. I'm like, what is
The
happening
NFL
right now?
The NFL has been coming up with some graphics that are like dog.
Yeah.
Like the Rashid the one last week they posted
all the crimes
all
Rasheed
the
Rice is
criminals.
committing.
He got
Dude, the NFL has no chill when it comes to that.
Dude, the media stuff's getting so much better.
It's
Like,
so- it's
they're
it's
going
awesome.
so hard.
It's because they're, what is it called? To talk on like the business side. They're playing
It's
into
marketing.
they're playing
yeah.
into
Yeah.
Gen Z a little
Advertising.
bit.
This
more.
is basically a product of how stupid we are as a generation.
Yes.
Where we are entertained by the word 6'7". Like that
now
genuinely.
it's also 41.
Did you see 6'7"?
I saw that. I saw that.
Did you see the 6'7" got named Word of the Year
Yeah,
by
Yes.
Dictionary.com?
Yes.
That
Dude, what is happening?
Dude.
that bring like okay, funny line
That's-
is here. I'm probably like about here on it. It became unfunny
You know-
when
no,
they
and you
started
know what the
naming
worst-
numbers as word
I
of
love
the
how
year.
you put yourself as like the
Right.
funny.
Right, I'm right beneath it.
I'm right here. All right.
No, and you know what the worst part is that the fact that my mom made a joke today. I was on the phone with my mom earlier, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll probably
You
be
have a
there
mom?
around." I do. I was like, "Oh, I'll probably be there." Like, what does that even mean?
Keep that in. Keep
Yeah.
that in.
So I was like telling her, I was like, "Oh, I'll probably be done around 6 or 7." And my mother goes, "Oh, 6, 7." I'm like, "Mom."
I said
My
it.
little sister, when she was visiting, the
Yes.
little girl that was sitting over
Yes.
here all day was making 6'7" jokes. She walked. As soon as she landed from her plane, I see them, and I'm like, "Hey Taylor, how you doing? Like, what's up?" She goes, 6'7". I'm like, "Where did you learn that?" And she's like, "The boys at school,
Oh,
stupid
no.
little boys, ruining my little sister's mind."
My
She, like,
sister.
she does
hates
6'7".
it.
She does like the.
Oh, I
She does
hate
that,
that.
like all of it, dude.
The wrist face.
She knows about like Sigma and the toilet thing.
Well, that
Okay,
is like
Skibbity
okay.
toilet.
Yes,
Talking
bro.
about brain rot, can we all agree like the most stupidest brain rot ever is the boom and the Rizzler, bro?
No, I love it.
Oh, I
Boom.
I love it.
Boom.
You love
Five
them,
big-
bro?
five big
You
boom.
think they're funny, bro?
At one
The
point it was
Costco
funny.
guy, yeah.
Have you
that's
seen
funny.
The
did you s-
Rizzler is more
Did you
funny,
see
but-
the cameo that someone paid for? And it was like it was them.
It was
Oh,
like
it was-
$100.
If I breathe for your funeral,
No, yeah, it was like so sorry about your loss. He gets 5 big booms, and I'm like, yo.
And people are paying like up to $100 for
Yes.
these cameos. It's the
Yes.
it's the wildest.
That's
But yeah,
horrible.
brain rot has officially made its way into sports.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I love it.
nothing is sacred.
I love
Nothing
it.
at all.
No.
Except maybe the World Series.
That is
what a game. What a game. Which
What a
really
transition.
it really resulted in a Blue Jays collapse. We're being honest.
They were up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it was. I was at midget wrestling.
He was
and
laughing so hard.
I loved it. I'll throw a picture of my brand new luchador mask right here. It is the best $30 I have ever spent.
$30.
$30.
Hey.
Yep.
What's okay? Just real quick, we can put this like we'll put it in there. What's
Yeah.
the stupidest thing you've ever spent money on?
Oh gosh.
Betting.
We need like a quick answer.
Betting.
Probably. Ooh, I can't even think off the
I
top
know.
of my
I
head.
bought my
know
mom.
there's
It's not
something, though.
stupid. It's not stupid. But the most expensive thing I ever bought, I bought my mom $700 Gucci shoes.
Okay,
That's fire.
No, that's
That's
nice.
tough.
That's
That's
not
awesome.
stupid.
That's tough.
good.
No,
that's like
um,
very
Right.
sentimental.
God, man,
No.
it was so stupid that I bought my mom a gift.
The stupid.
No, yeah, I mean me, I perhaps could have had a few beverages before this took place. I bought a Zach Wilson Jets jersey. I have a
Oh, you
Zach
went
Wilson
too?
Jets jersey.
That's lit.
I was yeah.
That's not
That's
stupid.
history.
I just thought it was hilarious because of the mom thing. And I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, it'd be hilarious if I buy a Zach Wilson Jets jersey. And I did. And now it's in my house and it says Milfson on it. So,
Mine is too. Like, it was definitely the luchador mask.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also, I don't know why I did, but
Mm-hmm.
I bought a customized LSU jersey that says Joe Shiesty on the back.
it's kind of cool.
It's cool, but
mean,
like I
that's
was like,
stupid,
what?
though.
Looking back on it, I'm like, why did I spend
Yeah.
like
I
$150
feel like-
on
Yeah, I
that?
feel like the stupidest thing I probably have spent my money on. Remember when those lights in your room were really trendy, like to
Yeah,
have?
LEDs.
Probably that, because
Yeah.
I took them off after like a year.
I use those all the
Really?
time.
I
Yeah,
have-
I
I
have
have
lights
them
up in my room,
still.
like Christmas lights, though.
Yeah.
Well, you know who didn't spend their money stupidly? The LA Dodgers.
Right.
Oh.
Who actually
$500 million salary cap, and it results in back-to-back titles.
Yeah.
So congratulations, LA. I will never be visiting Los Angeles. I'd never
Yeah.
ever want to step foot in that city.
Yep.
Never
But
wanna
they
go?
can play some baseball. So
They can.
I mean, that game was okay. I'm not a gigantic baseball fan, but that game was low key electric.
such
Yeah.
a great game.
I mean, it had, I want to say it was 23,000 more concurrent viewers than the Super Bowl this past year.
yeah.
Wow,
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
when
Yeah.
you have, it's partially because the Canadians were now tuned in.
Yeah.
You have an
Yeah.
entire country.
Yeah.
The Canadians, dude, like they were locked
They-
in. They defeated the Blue Jays, as we said, Game 7 of the World Series. They won 5-4. Now to break down to you how this happened. Top 9. I'll set the scene for you. Top 9. We're in Toronto. It's buzzing, going nuts, whatever. Then Miguel Rojas steps up to the plate for the Dodgers. Dude couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat before Game 7.
gosh.
He gets up there, home run, bang, out. Dodgers they tie the game. So then you go bottom 9. The Blue Jays have multiple guys on base. I mean, Vlad came up, hits one to center field at the warning track. I'm like, oh my God, Vlad just walked off the World Series. No, it gets caught. They get other guys on base. They have multiple opportunities to win this game. And then, perhaps the biggest play of the game, fly ball, left center. Dodgers outfielders run into each other, but he makes the catch.
He tracks his fuck.
Yeah, dude, that was
trucks him
so
over.
crazy because I'm like the Blue Jays just won. I'm chanting go, like I want the ball to keep going. I
Yeah.
want the Blue Jays to win, but it was caught. You get into the 10th.
How was it caught?
So it went bottom of the 10th. Yamamoto came in, which I
He's
don't
so
think
nasty.
anybody expected. Like, I mean, you
MVP.
pitch almost the entire game for Game 6, and then you're going Game 7. You're putting him right back in.
The kid's a
Yeah.
freak.
I
dude.
mean, what? I saw somebody say that in NBA terms, this is if during 2016, Curry and LeBron were on the same team.
that's pretty
Wow.
much what it is.
So, Yamamoto came in. Nothing really happened in the 10th and the top of the 11th. Top of the 11th, Will Smith did not slap the ball. He homered the ball.
That's
Way
good.
out.
That's good.
Yeah, way out into the stands for the lead. And then I honestly did not think that was going to be the end of the game. I thought maybe Vlad has something up his sleeve. And as soon as I saw him double going into the left field, I was like, oh my God, they actually might win. So Vlad gets onto second, and Kinner Falfea hit a sacrifice bunt to the pitcher, and Guerrero got to third. Then Barger was walked, and then Kirk sadly grounded out. It was honestly a game of inches. If you look at the replay of Vlad like running to home, it maybe was this much, and he would have been.
I think
on
I saw
play.
that.
It was literally maybe an inch, and he would have been on. He would have been on the plate.
Yeah,
but stuff happens. I saw a very sad video of some Canadian kid who slept with his mitt, and his mom walked in and was like, I got some bad news, buddy. And the kid was like,
That's so sad.
well, there's always next year. And he was right. But honestly, it's in my opinion, sad loss, but also USA, baby.
Yeah.
And some,
Go ahead.
Go.
Oh, I was just going to say, and some key performers from those games, obviously Yamamoto was named the World Series MVP after earning 3 wins in this series, including the clincher in Game 7.
Yeah.
Obviously Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
He contributed both
that guy.
as a pitcher and a hitter throughout the series, further cementing his two-way legacy. And then Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Mookie Betts, all great.
Whole team played amazing. Like,
And you got to give it to them.
Well,
Yeah,
They-
like
This is
that's what happens when you spend $500 million.
Say when you have $500 million to work
They
with.
made the money back though.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Well,
Yeah.
don't worry. All of Shohei's is deferred because of his interpreter.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Did you see? I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody. He was low key hammered for the championship like ceremony at the Dodger Stadium.
Hey,
He walked up and he grabbed the mic and he went, "I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
The triple champ does what the he wants." Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that was kind of cool.
That's
But-
Connor.
Yeah.
That's
It was
Connor.
Yeah.
a very entertaining World Series, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that every game the fans were just insane. It looked like such a fun time. So
And you know what? You know what will happen next year?
what?
We're gonna hear Edwin Diaz's trumpets playing to close out the
Yep.
World Series.
Yep.
Mets are gonna win the
No.
World
Do
Series.
you see the video of Drake where he's opening the dome? He has the buy-in. He's literally like, he goes,
Yeah.
watch this. In the middle of the game, he just presses it, and the dome bell just opens up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, this World Series, honestly, I will say, was, in my opinion, the best World Series we've had within the past 5 years.
Oh,
In my opinion,
100%.
It was
This
the
World
only one that
Series-
I honestly paid
It
attention
was
to.
neck and neck, back and forth the entire way. One team did not dominate the other.
Two
and
great teams.
props to the Blue Jays for hanging in there with a team that literally is loaded top to bottom with all-stars.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a team that would, quite frankly, be a lot of people's dream fantasy league team. Like, the amount of talent that the Dodgers have is just so unreal. And honestly, it feels unfair if you're not a fan of the Dodgers because you're like, why can't we have that guy? I mean,
Right.
you got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei, Yamamoto. I mean, it keeps going.
Sheehan.
Snell. Like, the
Freeman.
list does not stop with the Dodgers.
Right.
But they get it done. LA was absolutely going nuts, and I know
It
that
was
because
nuts.
I've got a buddy that lives in LA, and he was in the street recording everything. Cars were everywhere. People were
sure
throwing
people were
stuff.
looting
Oh,
and-
people
Did
were
you see
losing.
Disneyland?
it.
Yeah.
Did you see Disneyland? They
Really?
lit up the castle blue for the Dodgers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick.
And then
Was there's a hockey game too. I'm not sure who was playing, but in the NHL, as soon as
Was
the
it the
Dodgers,
Kings?
the Dodgers
Kings.
won,
Oh,
dude,
probably was the
the whole stadium was erupted.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It, like, I mean, it's pretty cool. Especially, honestly, I think that World Series and Super Bowl kind of go punch for punch,
I mean, it's
like
the-
band for band for like the last game of the series.
Oh, it's America's pastime.
Yeah.
This year was one for the books. It was an awesome series. I'm so excited for spring to come back around when we get spring training going, get a new season coming
And
up.
they
Oh,
do that really
9/11,
close
bro.
to us, you know.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah.
spring
I know.
training like
Yeah, the
I
Twins
will-
play over here. The Red
Yeah.
Sox play over here.
the Tigers have
Yo,
too.
Yeah.
Red Sox hit some people up. I
Okay.
mean, We live from outside JetBlue Stadium
That'd be
doesn't
pretty cool.
doesn't sound half bad.
Right.
It'd be pretty cool. I mean, I wish that the Royals would come down here and play.
Live
That'd be
from
exciting.
live from
Blue Jays don't play far either. They play in they play around Tampa.
Lakeland.
Which is so
Yeah.
funny. The
Lakeland.
Canadian team comes to Tampa to play.
Yeah,
spring
why
training.
not?
No,
It's
but
nice
dude,
down
I
here.
went to that what is it called? I went to that town for the first time
Lakeland?
with Riley.
Mm-hmm.
There
Shout out,
ain't
baby.
crap there.
No, but it's beautiful
Yeah.
there. It's so nice. But to end it on that, I mean, this weekend was definitely one for the history books. When it comes to the sports
Dwyer.
world, you had Mr. Road to 1 point hitting 6 points. Then you had a fantastic World Series, which we just talked about. You had an amazing NFL week with comebacks and old man stories to tell his children as they grow up.
And yeah, as Brandon Dwyer's road to 1 point closes, another road opens for us here at the Pulse, as we're going to continue to give you great sports content, especially with college basketball rolling around, because it is always a great day to have a Pulse, because this is where we make sports come alive.
This was
Content.
week 9. It only goes up from here, baby. Stay on tuned on our social medias for November 11th. This was
The
The
Pulse.
the Pulse.